Good morning, beloveds of oneness. Conquering Hand speaking on behalf of oneness. Morning, Ra. Thank you for the glory of your light, healing thy system, bringing thy into one, into wholeness, so that may be one with gratitude. So yesterday, beloveds, we looked at the horse stance, the back, how straight the back should be when you're in the horse stance, and center of gravity within that, and how the body should be relaxed, the relaxed nature of the body in Qigong and Tai Chi. But that relaxed nature begins with the breath. Now, in the breathing exercise I gave you a while ago, you'll see that I ask you to develop the relaxation and the in-breath and letting go of the tension in the out-breath in that breathing exercise. But there's one other thing I ask you to do, which is feel yourself get heavier on your bones. Feel gravity pull you through the chair through those two bones, because gravity itself is an important aspect of Qigong, Tai Chi and the breathing. Because gravity acts on all life in exactly the same manner. It pulls us downwards. So why don't we use that to help it, to allow us to pull our muscles down, allow our muscles to sink into the earth so you become relaxed. So that's what I'm going to show you today in your Qigong, in your standing. So, for those who've been doing the breathing, and only if you've been doing the breathing, if you haven't been doing the breathing, go back to the breathing video. I'll put a link on and you can find it. If you've been doing the breathing and you've now developed into your diaphragm and you can feel gravity pulling you through the chair, then you can come to this. If you do it before, it's not worth it. You're just standing up doing nothing. Now, so what you will do, you'll stand with your feet your own fist width apart. Now the reason why it's going to be your fist width apart, because for the average person, the distance in their hips is the same as their own width of their fist. So it's individual to each. So when everyone says stand with your feet together, put your feet together, this is actually wrong, because you're standing like an upside down triangle, which is imbalanced. But when you stand fist width apart, you're straight with your hips, thus you have stability. Now from that stance, you're going to put your heels out. Now you can do them both together. Just lean forward with your center of gravity, so you pivot on your balls of your feet and push your heels out. And then drop your knees, and as you see, my knees just come together naturally. And then you have this natural, you can just stop. There's no force to it. Now, when you're seated in the seated position, your hips turn naturally because your feet are in a right angle. Your hips and legs are at a right angle. But when you're standing, that's not so. So what you want to do is kind of twist your hips a bit. So you, on the front, you've got your hands on that bone at the front, and on the back, you've got it just above your butt. And you push down on the butt and push back there, and you'll see my hips are kind of tilt. I'll do it from the side so you can see. So from the side, you see that? That tilts. You push back on the down on the bum and pull with the hips. You tilt, and that pushes out the lower lumbar, making it more stable, more strong. And then you just sit in that position for a minimum of 5 breaths, or until you feel tired, because you might start to feel it on your hamstrings because it's a new position for you. Or some of you may start to feel it along the shins because it's stretching and pulling the shin muscles and stretching the Achilles too. Now as you stand like this, you just breathe into your diaphragm like you do on the seated position. Breathe into here. And as you breathe in relaxation. And as you breathe out, breathe out all tension. And you'll do that just with the breath. And you'll do that for, say, 3 to 5 breaths at the beginning, just like on the seated position. And then once you've got it, you can go to 5 to 10, but do it just with the breath. This is not a timing thing, it's just with the breath. And as you do so, feel yourself get heavier on your feet on the ground. Literally feel gravity pulling you toward the ground as you did in the chair. And just that, and that alone, as you have your center of gravity centered so you're not off balance. Just that and that alone. Have a beautiful time, a beautiful experiencing, my apologies, developing with that exercise. And let me know how it goes for any one of you. Blessed love oneness for the truth that left thy lips. Blessed love for the development you're going to allow all those beings to go through. One. Blessed love our days of oneness, and I see you on another days, alright?